Hey everyone, I'm Jack Ferdman, and this is Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. It's Wild Wednesday, and today's film is the 1998 war film, The Thin Red Line. One Oscar-nominated film, let's go. Now, The Thin Red Line was directed by Terrence Malick and stars Sean Penn, Adrien Brody, Jim Caviezel, George Clooney, John Cusack, and Woody Harrelson. Now, Malick's The Thin Red Line is a haunting and poetic war film that stands apart from most entries in this genre. Released the same year as Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan, it was inevitable that it was overshadowed by that film's overwhelming box office and cultural impact. But while Saving Private Ryan delivered visceral, gut-wrenching realism, The Thin Red Line offered something far more meditative, a reflective, deeply human exploration of war and its spiritual cost. Set during the Battle of Guadalcanal in World War II, the story follows a group of soldiers as they face both the enemy and their own fears, hopes, and inner conflicts. This is, without question, one of Malick's most profound works. It moves at his characteristic, deliberate pace, often prioritizing voiceover and images over dialogue and conventional structure. For some mainstream audiences, that makes it less accessible. But for those willing to give themselves over to its rhythm, it's an unforgettable cinematic experience. The film doesn't glorify war or focus solely on heroics. Instead, it contemplates humanity's place in nature and the terrifying beauty of life and death. And then there's the cast, an astonishing collection of talent. This may be one of the greatest ensembles ever assembled for a war film. Sean Penn, Jim Caviezel, Nick Nolte, Elias Koteas, Woody Harrelson, John Cusack, Adrien Brody, George Clooney, and John Travolta. Wow. Penn in particular is mesmerizing, grounding the film with a quiet intensity. Caviezel delivers an ethereal, almost spiritual performance, while Nick Nolte gives one of his most commanding turns as a frustrated, hard-nosed officer. If there's one weak link, it's not due to lack of ability, but rather miscasting. Travolta just doesn't quite fit the tone for me. Now, Malick and cinematographer John Toll create some of the most stunning imagery of any war film. Rolling hills, rustling grass, and sudden bursts of violence intertwine to create a terrifyingly beautiful canvas. And Hans Zimmer's score adds to the film's emotional weight. It's not bombastic, but haunting, a slow build of dread and sorrow that lingers long after the credits roll. One particularly powerful scene involves an attack on a Japanese bunker where fear, courage, and sheer desperation collide. Malick doesn't emphasize the brutality through gore, but through silence and breath and the weight of consequence. It really is chilling. The Thin Red Line may not be as universally beloved as Saving Private Ryan, but it is masterful, arguably more so in both depth and ambition. A mesmerizing film about war, humanity, and nature itself. I'm giving The Thin Red Line an A-. Now, The Thin Red Line was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director to Malick, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, Best Original Score, and Best Sound. And it didn't win any. Wow. Join me again tomorrow for another Oscar-nominated film right here on Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. Because if the Academy took notice, it's worth a rewatch.